Oh, I agree. How can you go wrong with 2 hours?
Good evening and welcome to April 20th, 2022 City of New Franklin regular meeting of the council. We're going to start with our committees. Thank you. And we have 5 first readings, no second readings, no third readings. And it's going to be, it looks like, pretty much a Mr. Cox night.
Okay, so for the Finance Committee, we will open at 6:02. Mr. Fetterman is unable to be with us this evening. And again, we have 5 readings. Our first one is Resolution 22R23. Mr. Daniels?
Yeah, so you don't have to listen to Jim's voice all night, I'm gonna take the first 2. This is a resolution accepting a proposal from Software Solutions for the purchase of the VIP analytics software and implementation and declaring an emergency. We've talked about this. We've talked about this a little bit. This is, Sue, you can interject. This is a piece of software that's going to help us analyze the budget. I think I'm using that correctly. And we've had a little bit of dialogue about whether it needs to be an emergency or not. I don't know what council thinks. I guess the timeline isn't really that important. What does everybody think about possibly just having 2 readings? That way there's an opportunity for public input. And then we could leave the emergency language in there. What are your thoughts? Okay.
I think that would be good.
Yeah, that gives you plenty of time. It's just, you know what I mean? And then there's another opportunity for public input.
And you did all get the video that the links and the video that I sent that gave you the information out.
Yeah.
Good.
Any other comments, questions?
I have a question. On the bid, it has maintenance and support annual fees will increase by $2,900.
The maintenance and support is basically updates to the program and also when you call the helpline and get help. And it's unlimited, but that's the fee for, how, it doesn't matter how many times you call, it's gonna be a yearly fee. And the VIP programs that we already have, we have a maintenance fee that we pay every year.
Okay, so this $2,900 would be in addition to the $14,500?
Not this year.
Not this year.
So the
No.
first year is
First
free.
year, they don't charge it because they're teaching us how to do it, so it kind of comes with it the first year. But after that, we'll pay a yearly maintenance fee.
Okay.
And are they comparable to the other programs that we have, comparable to that price?
No, not, and I can't tell you off the top of my head what we pay. I'd have to look it up again because they're different programs and they do different things.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have the VIP for the personnel for, payroll, and then we also have for the general accounting and bill paying and that kind of thing. So they're the 2 big items, big VIP items, big modules. This is a separate module that they get from a different vendor. So it's a whole different thing, and it's not like, even though it does a lot of things, it's connected to VIP. It gets all of its information from the programs that we already have.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It's a proprietary piece of software that works with the complements what we already have.
Yeah, it actually pulls all the information immediately from VIP to make the reports they'll help us to create.
Okay, so we're gonna have time on that one. Anybody else have any other questions on it? All right, we'll take the second one, which is Resolution 22R24, a resolution declaring the need for installation of a water service line from the aqua water supply to the City of New Franklin Fire, Police, and Administration Building, authorizing New Franklin to advertise for sealed bids and declaring an emergency. We had a little bit of a discussion in the committee about this, and we're curious if it's been looked into that if we're gonna bring city water to the admin building here, has anybody thought about putting a water fill station in for the residents to come up and fill water barrels? It wouldn't, I mean, not necessarily free, but something where we just charged enough to cover the minimal cost.
We could consider that.
Add
Sure.
that as an item on the bid.
Oh, you mean add?
Like it, yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I
That's
think,
what it
I think it would be something that could be utilized, the one that's up at Bueller's, is like a standalone outside thing. I don't know, if something could be mounted on the building or the fire,
It's a quarter there, we go get water
Yeah.
sometimes, so it's a quarter for a gallon.
That may be something that you could just contract with whatever company has those modules and
That's what
Yeah, they
that's
might-
how
they
that-
might.
I think
they
that's
do
how that
handle the
works.
service and we just provide them the water and then they pay for the water.
that was my only input. Anybody else have any thought?
Yeah, we'd also talked about, having a water fountain available.
Oh, yeah.
Whether for the ball field
Yeah, it'd be nice.
or, whether all the way out there or again, close to the building, we come over and, take a quick sip.
I'm open to all those ideas. Whether maybe we put them in as bid alternates.
Right.
I don't know what the additional cost would be to run a line closer to the, to get to the edge of the, I wouldn't expect it to be a lot more, but then again, I don't know.
Who knows now?
Yeah.
Would we need to do any of that? We wouldn't need to change this resolution, though,
No.
right? Okay, and since this is, going out for a bid, we'd be fine with waiving the 3, because it's just collecting information. Anything else for you? Go ahead, Jim.
All right, thank you. We'll move on to resolution 22R25, a resolution authorizing additional appropriations to the 2022 annual operating appropriation budget and declaring an emergency. And this is additional appropriations for the Parks and Recreation Capital Projects Fund in the amount of $769,300. Have you guys heard that number before? It's for the tennis and pickleball courts, and this is just the accounting part of creating accounts and putting the money in the accounts, correct?
That is correct.
Questions, comments? Okay, we'll ask to waive the 3 on this also. And then we'll move on to Resolution 22R26, a resolution authorizing an advance from the general fund to the Parks and Recreation Capital Projects Fund and declaring an emergency. And this is again what we talked about for the pickleball courts and just taking care of the finances of it. And this is for the amount of $619,300. And that's the amount that we talked about before, coming from the general fund to the Parks Fund to pay for this. Question, comments?
In section 2, they talk about the installments from the Parks and Rec to reimburse at $75,000 a year.
Yes.
And that number will be, that 619,300 will be reduced, or maybe I'd say serviced by the $53,000 ODNR grant as well.
Okay.
So that's how those numbers, so the number actually ends up going down by the 566 or whatever we talked about, the actual amount that when the courts are done, that would be the balance that the general fund needs to be replenished.
That number, that 75, that could vary sometimes, is what we said, that's not locked in, that.
That's up to council for sure, and, so we thought it would be a good idea to state that number, and if in a given year we want to do something different, but we've done our projections, and I feel comfortable that we'll be able to do that, and naturally, I think we want to replenish that fund as soon as we can, so.
If we were to decide to go with 50,000, would we just have to do a resolution for that year to just amend it?
Yes.
Okay. We'll ask to waive the 3 on this one also. And then to continue on with the pickleball courts, resolution 22R27. Resolution authorizing the transfer of funds from the Parks and Recreation Fund to the Parks and Recreation Capital Projects Fund and declaring an emergency. And this is for the amount of $150,000 we talked about at the carryover from the Parks Fund going into this Capital Projects Fund. Questions? Waive the 3. And we will close the Finance Committee meeting at 6:11.
I'd like to call to order the City of New Franklin Council meeting for Wednesday, April 20th, 2022, at 6:11. If everyone would stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Cox?
Present.
Mr. Hargit?
Present.
Mrs. Jones?
Present.
Mr. Powell?
Present.
Mr. Daniels?
Here.
Mr. Stock?
Here.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from the regular scheduled meeting of April 6th.
Second.
Kevin, would you do a roll call?
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Motion passes 6-0. I'd like to make a motion to approve the financials for March of 2022, subject to audit.
Second.
Kelly, would you do a roll call?
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Do we have any public comments? None? Would this be my time? That would be your time.
Okay, great.
You'll stand and give your name to Kelly, and you're welcome to come up and speak.
I will do that.
Yeah, Mike's a little bit.
Good evening. Perhaps you can share these few pictures.
Oh, I sure will.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Let's see. Are we on? Oh, we're on.
Name and address.
Okay, my name is Margaret Grigsby, and I live at 634 Valley Crest Drive in New Franklin, Ohio, 44319. And I want to say good evening to the mayor, to the city council members, and to the public. I'm here tonight to discuss a situation that has been going on in our neighborhood since about 2007. Daniel Huzik's home is located in the Nimissil Highlands development of New Franklin, Ohio, and Valley Crest Drive is a part of this development. His address is 586 Valley Crest Drive. My family lives about 4 houses from his home. Mr. Huzik has owned this parcel 2300916 since 2007. And in the years leading up to 2019, Mr. Huzik gradually turned his property into, for lack of a better word, a junkyard. In 2019, there was a property cleanup of Mr. Huzik's front yard, and the cost of this cleanup was $2,900, $1,450 a half, paid for by Mr. Huzik. The day following this cleanup, Mr. Huzik placed a dirt wanted sign in his front yard and immediately began turning his property back into a junkyard. Today, 2 campers, a boat, numerous piles of wood, trash cans, chairs, cabinets, clothes bins, a snow fence, a fish, many other items clutter his front yard. I believe the city of New Franklin is well aware of this property eyesore on our street. My concern is not only for the front yard, but the condition of this home on the inside. I have considered calling the health department on this residence because there are, to my knowledge, 2 young daughters living in this home. I don't know that there are any other children. I've never seen any other children. I'm a proud resident of New Franklin, my husband and I having lived in this community for just shy of 45 years. So my questions to you tonight are, why isn't something being done to clean up this property? It's been 3 years since Mr. Huzik's property was initially dealt with. Number 2, if we are truly a city, why isn't our city offering us services that protect us from junkyards and decaying properties, such as Mr. Huzik's, within neighborhood developments? And my last question is, would any of you sitting here tonight want to live next to a home like Mr. Huzik's or close to it? And I thank you for listening, and I hope that something can be done in the near future. I just feel bad that our neighborhood has this eyesore and it's really looking pretty badly. So thank you.
Thank you.
I can address some of that if you, if you might. And I'm sure, well, everybody who's familiar with it shares your concerns. The action we took, we sued him, brought an action against him in Summit County Common Pleas Court, and that's how we got the order to do the cleanup in 2019. Unfortunately, he's regressed. So we did actually just last week get a further order from the court, and I don't have any problem saying this publicly because it's public record. We filed an affidavit that he's in violation because the order that we got back in 2019 not only gave us the right to clean up at that time, but also gave us the right to re-enter if the situation recurred. And we've tried a variety of different ways to reach that gentleman and his family through extended family, etc. But now we went back to court. We got authority again to go in, and we're going to be going in sometime within the next 2 weeks, and we're going to remove again at Mr. Huzik's cost what's there. The larger, well, maybe an ancillary problem is how does a city or how should a city legislate to prevent unsightly accumulation of objects in people's yards? And you know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. There's some who feel, you know, I still say when I first sat up here in 2000, a lot of people said that the worst thing that ever happened out here was zoning. This is my property, I had to put anything anywhere I want to. But we're not, that's, you know, there's parts of this city that aren't that city anymore. So I can tell you that council is sensitive to it. I don't need to speak for them, they can speak for themselves. They've had that, they've started that discussion. I think potentially an answer lies in some revision of our zoning code, and we're in the process of undertaking that as well. And it's been discussed, you know, the possibility of maybe some, call it more stringent standards in the smaller lot residential neighborhoods as opposed to the multi-acre residences in other parts of the city. So it's a tough one to deal with, and it's a tough one to enforce. We wish that it would be enough to send somebody a letter and they would do the right thing, but when they don't, we have to go through that legal process, and that process is slow. And but the short answer is that we're going back in there within the next 2 weeks, and we're going to remove what we can, and then we'll continue to try to tighten up our zoning ordinance so that we could perhaps do even more to orange fences and things like that. You know, it's really sad.
It is.
Yeah, thank you for coming. We've talked about this in the past. I'm the chair of the Laws and Ordinance Committee, and we've kind of looked at a couple of different ideas, and what we've pretty well found, especially with that property, is what we currently have works. We just have to follow through and do it. So we're in that process now, and hopefully it's effective, and it's not going to be perfect, unfortunately. We
Yes,
predict that.
I'm sure.
But I appreciate you coming and sharing your thoughts.
Thank you.
Again, through my experience of all the years, some of that stuff takes a long time, and we've done it through the years, and sometimes it's a process that takes months and months and months just to get it to happen. So yeah, we're always gonna work on it.
Any other comments? That was very quick. Kelly, would you read our first resolution?
Resolution 22-R-23, a resolution accepting a proposal from Software Solutions for the purchase of the VIP analytics software and implementation and declaring an emergency.
This resolution is assigned to the Finance Committee, and we make a motion to waive the second, we do not ask for that. Sorry about that. I was just following my excuse me. So we just need to make we move to adopt? No.
We're just taking time.
We're just asking for that, sorry.
It's time to say.
I rehearsed this at every.
Well, let's try it one more time.
All right,
Yes,
So-
before.
This resolution is assigned to the Finance Committee, and we're asking for time on this resolution.
Time is asked for, time is taken. Kelly, would you read resolution number 22R24?
A resolution declaring the need for installation of a water service line from the Aqua Water Supply to the City of New Franklin Fire, Police, and Administration Buildings, authorizing New Franklin to advertise for sealed bids and declaring an emergency.
All right, here we go. This resolution is assigned to the Finance Committee, and we make a motion to waive the second and third readings on Resolution 22R24.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Any other questions? Kelly, would you?
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Motion passes. We move to adopt Resolution 22R24.
Second.
Kelly, would you do a roll call?
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes. Motion passes 6-0. Kelly, would you read resolution 22R25?
A resolution authorizing additional appropriations to the 2022 annual operating appropriation budget and declaring an emergency.
This resolution is assigned to the Finance Committee. We move to waive the three readings on Resolution 22R25.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Kelly, would you do a roll call?
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
We move to adopt Resolution 22R25.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Kelly, would you do a roll call?
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Kelly, would you read resolution 22R26?
A resolution authorizing an advance from the general fund to the Parks and Recreation Capital Project Funds 2043 and declaring an emergency.
This resolution is assigned to the Finance Committee. We move to waive the three readings on Resolution 22R26.
Second. We have a first and a second. Kelly, would you do a roll call?
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
We move to adopt Resolution 22R26.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Kelly, would you do a roll call?
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Kelly, would you read resolution 22R27?
A resolution authorizing the transfer of funds from the Parks and Recreation Fund to the Parks and Recreation Capital Projects Fund and declaring an emergency.
This resolution is assigned to the Finance Committee. We move to waive the three readings on Resolution 22R27.
Second.
Second. We have a first and a second. Kelly, would you do a roll call?
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
We move to adopt Resolution 22R27.
Second. We have a first and a second. Kelly, would you do a roll call?
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. And now we have our favorite part of the meeting, the mayor's report.
I don't have any today, so we're going to, I don't know, we're going to do other couple days.
It's not April Fool's.
All right. Okay, first of all, we are pleased and proud of Grace Bible Church. They will be breaking ground on their International Welcome Center on Sunday. And we've prepared a City of New Franklin proclamation, whereas Grace Bible Church and its predecessors have served the spiritual needs of our community for over 45 years at the same location, and whereas the Grace Bible Church congregation has generously served the community in various outreach programs and events within the City of New Franklin, whereas in 2019 the leadership and congregation of Grace Bible Church created the International Welcome Center to assist and empower the foreign-born of the greater Akron community in their acclimation and pursuit of happiness, and since then have served the needs of over 250 foreign-born individuals. And whereas the International Welcome Center has raised sufficient funds for construction of an office and training center at the Grace Bible Church campus and is celebrating a groundbreaking for that facility on Sunday, April 24th, 2022. Now therefore, the City Council of the City of New Franklin hereby proclaims Sunday, April 24th, 2022 as International Welcome Center Day in the City of New Franklin and extends its best wishes for the success of the efforts made by all who will serve and all who will be served there. And I'm asking council to approve this by voice vote tonight. And I would so move.
Make a motion,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. So we have a really nice proclamation, and we'll present that Sunday to Pastor Kerry Duckett at the groundbreaking. All right, let's see. The census, our charter, Article 4.02, requires that following each census, we're required to revisit the population of our wards, and if necessary to satisfy the requirements of the charter, we would have to redraw those wards. The charter requires that the difference between the largest and the smallest ward shall not be more than 20%. And we were able to finally get the numbers, the accurate numbers relative to our wards. And we are not going to have to redistrict at all. That's a nice thing to not have to do. The largest ward is Ward 3. That has 3,687 people. The smallest ward is Ward 4. That has 3,255. The difference is 432 people, which is 13%. So we're within the parameters of the charter, and I will notify the Board of Elections that we're not going to require any revision as to the boundaries of our wards.
Does anybody know if that difference is extending, getting larger as the decades have gone? I mean,
Good question.
Decade.
I do not know, and we didn't, we could not find those records to indicate what the numbers were.
Okay.
Yeah, last time around. So I don't know the answer.
Just curious.
Okay, let's see. You have, we've provided you with a notice from the Ohio Division of Liquor Control. And there is a transfer request for the liquor license at the Royal Gardens. We are only required to act if we want a hearing on that. And so we did circulate this. I haven't gotten input. We contacted the police as well. Nobody has suggested that they have any opposition to this transfer. And therefore, we would need a motion from from council affirming that you're not requesting a hearing on this transfer for Royal Gardens.
So
Do you want us to do it now?
Okay.
Someone, would you do a roll call for us?
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Very good. All right. Illustrious clerk, will you sign
Yes,
that
I have.
after the meeting? Okay. A couple more things. Shredding day is Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Bring some proof that you live here and that you're right out there. And it varies. Sometimes it's been a traffic jam, other times it's been a little bit light. We'll see what happens this time around, but that's a service that's provided through a grant from NOPEC. And that'll be this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Right out there. The following Saturday is Litter Cleanup Day at the Portage Lake State Park. And that's sponsored by the Portage Lakes Advisory Council, who really does a nice job, and we have representation. In fact, our service director, well, our deputy service director, is on the board there. But there's really great collaboration with the communities that circle the lakes, Coventry Township and City of Green and New Franklin, and they do so many good things, and this is one of them. So next Saturday, 9 o'clock to noon, rain or shine, out there at the Portage Lake State Park down at the beach. And then they will gather, they'll come over to the Tudor House and have pizza. So that's next Saturday. If you've got some time, come on out. The Kiwanis are continuing their spring shoe drive, so I'm mentioning it again. And they have a drive-in drop-off at their Civic Center over on Portage Lakes Drive. Let's see, this Saturday from 1 o'clock to 4 p.m. So if you got used or new or gently used shoes, get them over there. If you can't get them over there, go see Mr. Fegner up at the PLX Deli and Dogs, because he's accepting those there as well. And let me see, lastly, this is just it's something that's been discussed, and I wanted to throw it out to council, and we can have some discussion in the future. Renninger Road, it's come up a number of times, should we designate the different segments of Renninger Road differently? We have an east-west segment, and we have a north-south segment. Where they meet in the elbow, it comes in, Roble comes in, and you hit Renninger, and if you make a right-hand turn and go west, you're up to Manchester Road. If you go straight, you're down here to center.
And so,
Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota, actually, all the way to Minnesota. So, give us some thought to, I want to see what you guys think, what you folks think of maybe naming them differently. You know, one option would be, if we start at that elbow, the section that goes west, we could call that West Renninger. And the segment that goes south, we could call that South Renninger. And maybe that would be helpful to people. So I wanted to just throw it out there and get your thoughts. We can go through that process if we choose to. We got to get the engineer involved and the fiscal office involved and the people that live on those streets. They got new addresses, and so there's some inconvenience involved in that. So I just didn't know what everybody's thoughts might be on that. And I don't need a response today, but give us some thought and let me know what you think, or tell me now.
well, I'll tell you now, I would like us to consider renaming one of those sections. I think like with Turkey Foot Lake Road, you have no idea which is which and where and how,
West Turkey
north,
Foot or
south, east, west, etc. So I think the section from the elbow to Manchester Road would be Cots Boulevard.
How about Cots Court? I think that is a really
It's
good
not
one.
a court, it's a street.
I know, but we can name it Cots Court because it rhymes.
And then Renninger
Boulevard has a nice
north and south.
Boulevard, yeah.
We'll think about that.
I'm
won't we?
curious what the cost will be to the city. I mean, by getting the engineer involved, do we have to pay lawyers?
No, we,
Years ago, we took, that's the other stuff, Stump Avenue, we changed that.
Right.
Years and
we
years.
changed one down there
Yeah,
by the lake.
Stump
We
Avenue.
changed, we made that an alley, so.
You know the process you have to go through. It's not a.
No.
thing.
No, it's just a notice
The only
requirement.
process is to the homeowner,
Right.
because that happened on my street.
Right,
And sometimes you don't get your mail,
Right.
because we went from a road to an avenue northwest. That's the
yeah,
only reason I'm saying that, but that's the only thing. We went through the same glitch when we went to New Franklin, if you'll remember.
Mhm.
And it's just a glitch to
Oh,
the
sure.
homeowner.
Yeah.
There were some people that lived on that Stump Avenue that wasn't real happy with it.
Right.
So you're gonna have, there's a lot
You're gonna
more
always
people
have
gonna
some,
be
right.
one of them two roads.
Well, I think maybe we should do it slowly and try to get the word out to those people and.
Yeah.
Let
And
them
yeah.
think about it.
I mean, it's not on fire or anything, it's been brought up a number of times, and,
Is there, what's the confusion with somebody trying to find somebody's house or?
no, not really.
So,
Well, no.
So no confusion?
No. I
Actually, there is a lot of confusion for people that don't live in New Franklin or aren't familiar with the roads. I've encountered a number of people that have, okay, where am I going? What? It's difficult, and so I've seen people have that issue with the Renningers and trying to figure out which is which, where is where.
And now that GPS exists, not many people actually fold the map out and look at it, try to figure out where they're at, but still, it doesn't make sense the way it's done. I will agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's calling or saying, it's just, the folks that live out here, we're all kind of used to it. But even then, you said a house on Renninger, wait a minute, which Renninger? The one that goes this way?
Yeah.
Anyway, give it some thought. All right, that's all I have.
Paul, I have a question on your last item about the shoe drop-off.
Yes,
You can also make cash donations too, as opposed to just doing shoes, am I correct?
I believe you are correct. Yes,
So if someone just wanted to drop off some money, they could do that also.
They could do that
in
as
one
well.
of those places.
yes.
Thank you. Susan, do you have a finance report?
Not too much to report. We're working on our gap conversion for our finance, for financial records for, the previous year. And then we'll go right into our audit, so it's just one time always. But I can give you the March unexpended balance, which is $6,595,969.33.
Thank you. Does anyone have anything under old business?
I do.
I'm ready.
All right. Just a reminder that our next council meeting will be at the fire station on the west side at 3200 Rhapsody Drive, Lane. Is it Lane?
Rhapsody.
And the fire station is having an open house, starting at 5 o'clock. We just moved back in there October, I believe, of last year. And so the firemen are excited to have you come out and visit and tour the facilities. And then we'll have the council meeting at 6 o'clock. So come one, come all.
And the date,
Next council meeting,
May 4th,
May 4th, yes.
and it starts at 5 o'clock,
The open house starts at 5 o'clock.
and the council meeting starts at 6.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm glad you were listening. Thank you.
I took notes, that's the reason. That was cute. Do we have any new business?
Yeah, I received an email last night from a resident who lives on West Caston. He had some concerns with, when the aqua line came through his yard was tore up. It didn't get fully restored. He put some money into it to restore it. And now Dominion's come through. It sounded like there was some less than expected restoration on that. Do we know if Dominion's continuing to do work through that area? Are they done? And do we have somebody we can reach out to talk to them?
Yeah, we've been in touch. I believe that Mr. Kepler's been in touch with them. The aqua part of things, if there's additional restoration, we knew that in some cases it would take till spring. So they've been really cooperative to this point. So if it's something that aqua did, we can get them to follow up. I believe that Dominion, and I think they're doing some clearing through there.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah. So I believe that's concluded. I'll just have to follow up in terms of whether or not, if there's restoration issues relative to Dominion's work, then, we'll certainly address that with Dominion. We have a new local representative for Dominion, as a matter of fact, just fresh in the saddle. Mike Cunnington, who was at one time with Representative Gonzalez's office.
Yeah.
He's moved over here now to, and he's a local guy, so
He
I'm
works
sure
for
Mike will be
Dominion.
very,
He works for Dominion.
yeah, and he's got this area now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that announcement came through, I think, yesterday. So I'll reach out to Mike too.
Perfect. Who do you want me to forward that email to? The one that I received? Is there somebody?
I got it too.
Okay,
But why don't you, if you send it to me again, I'll know.
perfect. I'll do that. One other thing is, I know we have some various street lighting in town that I'm assuming pay a lease to First Energy on.
No, we own them, we pay for the electric.
Right.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
every month we get a bill.
Yeah.
So we actually own the lights then? Okay. 'Cause
To my knowledge, we do. And there's a lot of them and they go
Right.
back, some of them go back a long way. So to my knowledge, we do, and that's one of the reasons why NOPEC doesn't usually do that. But if there's specific ones you want me to check on, I can certainly do that.
The reason I'm asking, I deal with that in another capacity. And I know that we pay, basically, it's a per month price per light, and then they do all the maintenance and stuff on the lights. And I believe they have a program coming around right now where you can sign up for the program. There's two different avenues on it. One is we pay a fee, they convert everything to LED, which gives us a savings moving forward. Or the other one, it doesn't cost us anything, we just sign up and agree that any light they have to maintain, they change over to an LED. I didn't know if we had heard anything about that. or-
No, I haven't received anything about that. Have you?
No, I'm gonna guess that perhaps that we're gonna find out that we do own the lights. Maybe that's a program that's geared more towards the lights that they own, I suppose, and that the city leases.
Okay.
I don't think we have any, well, I'm not aware of any lease agreements. I think we just get the service, the service charge, the energy charge.
So when something needs corrected on it, that would be the best way to tell. If something happens to a light, we repair it. That would be the best way to tell.
We call them and they go out and repair it
Right.
because.
Do they send you a
we
bill
don't-
on it then? Pardon? Do they send you a bill on it when it's repaired?
No.
That would indicate they own
Yeah, I'm gonna say they
it. So you
probably
might
own the
be,
lights.
you might
But,
have to.
but yeah, I don't know that, that's what I said, I know that we own some of them, at least that was what I was told.
If
but
you
I
forward that
haven't-
info, we'll follow up.
Yeah, and the reason for bringing it up is it's a savings to us if we convert them over, allow them to convert over the LEDs.
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Kevin, that was interesting, thank you. Do we have any public questions or comments? And Paul, do we have a need for an executive
We
session?
do not.
So I would ask for a motion for an adjournment.
Second?
Kelly, would you do a roll call for us?
Mr. Cox?
Yeah.
Mr. Target?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Daniel?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
We'll see you at our next council meeting on May 4th. Where are we going, Jim?
Fire station.
3200
Rhapsody.
Rhapsody Lane.